which is going to be an American tour type of a lesson where we're going to be examining the Earth's water surface. First, to start out of warming up our brain, if there are 12 counters, 1/4 of this, or 1/4 of the set, how many are going to be the entire set? So if you can imagine 12 plus 12 plus 12 plus 12 to get us to 48. If 22 counters are 2/3 of the set, how many are in all? It would be 33. There are going to be 11 in one, so 11 times 3 is 33. If 15 counters are 3/8 of a set, how many counters are in the whole set? 40 counters. And then how many are in 1/8 of that set? There's just 5. 15 divided by 3 is 5. That's how we get this. 5 times 8 to get to 40. For your math journal, you're going to be working on page 316 today. And you're going to be thinking about what percent of Earth's surface do you think is covered by water. You're going to go ahead and make an estimate of what you think, and then we're going to be doing a sampling as a class activity that you'll be marking your information on the board. But before we get started, we probably would need to review page 209 and 210 in our SRBs. It looks something like this. Big ideas that we need to think about: latitude and longitude. Remember that latitude, you sat on the lat, okay, so that is our horizontal line going back and forth, whereas our longitude is so long, it's going to be going up and down. You'll need to know that as you grab your cards to figure out what your location is for your latitude and latitude. So what are the lines that go east and west around the Earth called? Well, they are the lines of latitude. What are the lines that go north and south? Lines of longitude. Alright, this is the part where you're going to I'm going to explain it, and you're going to be doing it tomorrow in class. You're going to make your prediction up here of how much you think that the Earth's surface is covered by water. Now you're going to be coming up and grabbing a longitude-latitude card, and you're going to write down what yours is. Then you're going to use a map to help you locate it and figure out if your place is located on land or is it on water. We're going to be tallying this all up in front of the room as well. So that way we can kind of get an overall consensus and figure out how much of our Earth is actually water versus land. How are latitude and longitude measured and named? Latitude is measured and named in degrees of north and south of the equator, whereas longitude is measured in the name of degrees east and west of the prime meridian. What is the main use for longitude and latitude? Well, it's to locate places on a map. This is what you're going to be needing to do for your activity today. We're going to be filling out this chart today. Was yours going to your location, and was it on land or was it on water? The second part of today's lesson is the fours problem. You must use 4 fours in every expression. We're going to be figuring out ways to get to the number that is listed. So how could we get the number 1? How could we get the number 2? And so forth. You can use 2 fours to create like 44 or 4 over 4. You may use 0 as an exponent. You may use square roots as well. You can also use the factorial, which is everything below it, so 4 times 3 times 2 times 1. And you can also use a decimal. So an example of what we could do, let's just go to like 16. We could say, how can we get to 16 using 4 fours? We could say 4 plus 4 plus 4 plus 4. We used 4 fours and we ended up with our answer of 16. This is going to be a part of your lesson today that we are going to be using as a challenge, and we're going to see how many different ways we can do it and who can get the most, because you need to be getting numbers between 1 and 82. They are all possible, believe it or not. You just have to use your brain and using all of your knowledge. You know, really be thinking about factorials, thinking about square roots, thinking about exponents, creating 44, using parentheses, using all that you know. And that is all that your lesson is on today. We're going to, as we look at the Earth's surface and how much water there is, and also playing with our brains to see how we can get to certain numbers just by using the number 4.